Hello, everyone. So, for tonight, we're just going to be doing a Dyosa talk. So, it's going to be light, it's going to be easy, and just flowy. So, I actually channeled the messages from the goddesses today kung ano bang topic yung magandang mapag-usapan. So, I picked up three cards from our very own Goddess Consciousness Oracle deck. So, it says faith, respect, and hope. So the first one is faith. As you all know, we are made by our divine God creator with a purpose in mind. And we also signed up for a soul contract before we were born in this world. And so with this contract that we signed up for, that includes our life purpose, our soul purpose, and it's actually ingrained within us. So para siyang seed that has been planted since we were kids. So when we were children, we have a certain inclination towards some things. For example, some people, they just like to really sing, the kids who didn't even take voice lessons, but they sing so good. Like they go to singing contest and they win, that kind. And some people are like into painting and they're very gifted at it. And some people, they just know how to do public speaking, sobrang bibo in school, things like that. And it's because God Creator planted that seed within us. We already know what our purpose is when we were so young. That is before the programming and the conditionings from our environment and society has, in a sense, influenced and corrupted our consciousness. Okay? And so, because of that, we are losing faith about who we are, what we're here for. We're no longer sure about what we are made for. No? Nakakalimutan natin na there is a purpose on why we're here. And that's also one of the reasons why a lot of people feel like they're lost. Yung feeling nila na hindi na nila alam kung saan sila pupunta. They're trying so many paths, like for example, career or jobs that do not even align with who they really are just because they thought that money is the answer to everything. But they forget that the answer to everything, which gives you fulfillment, is something that is already ingrained within you. So we need to once again go back to the center, go back to our connection with our creator. And it can happen through meditation and prayer with God, Kung ano man yung tawag nyo sa the God that you believe in. Kasi I am aware that we may be coming from different backgrounds of religion and spiritual philosophies. So by having that faith, you are having a very strong anchor, you know. Kaya kapag meron kang napakalakas na connection with your divine creator, you won't easily get lost. And if ever you're finding yourself being lost, alam mo na in a sense, there is this higher power that is kind of like bringing you back once again to your sense of self. That sense of self is the pure consciousness that you really are. And another card that I also picked for tonight is respect. Okay. So most of us may not be aware, but we are not really respecting our own, you know, yung buhay natin, so to speak. We sometimes take for granted our lives. We are just like, waking up, living as if we're zombies, like there's nowhere to go. And it's because nakakalimutan natin how to be grateful for what we have right now, like being grateful about, are we breathing right now? Are we living? Can you still digest your food? Can you still like physically function? These are the things that we sometimes take for granted. Pero kung titingnan natin that there are some other people who have these challenges with their physical bodies, or pwede some of them may have certain disabilities. And sila, most of them are even really grateful sa kanilang progress, kahit sabihin na nating slow progress yon. Pero tayo na kadalasan, tayong mga seemingly normal people, we take that ability for granted because we forget to respect that we are also creations of God. We are part of God. But when we are not acknowledging that, we get lost and we get, very low in vibration emotionally and mentally. So it's also very important that every time you wake up, naaalala mo that, oh, I am a part of God's creation. I have the God consciousness within me. I have the goddess consciousness within me. So when you know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, as what the, sa mga spiritual texts, as what they say, you will respect your body, you will respect your skin, your hair, everything that you are. You will respect your spirit, because when you do, you are glorifying God who created you. So when we think about the spiritual connection and our physical connection, it's all integrated together eh. Hindi talaga siya masasabing hiwalay, di ba? When you are spiritually well, the body follows suit. But if you're mentally or emotionally disturbed, your body will sense that disturbance as well. And it will probably show on your skin na nagmumukha kang haggard, or maybe your liver is getting fatty, or you're having indigestion. It's because our body, the physical body, is programmed with the consciousness of our soul, right? And whatever is going on with you spiritually, yun yung sinusunod ng ating body. So now that we are also talking about goddess consciousness tonight, how are you honoring the goddess consciousness within you? How are you taking care of your body, of your mental well-being, or your emotional well-being right now? Have you ever like taken some time to, just reflect, shut down the world, and just really connect yourself? Because when you're connecting to yourself, you're also connecting to divine creator, 'di ba? Ganun naman yun eh. And so when we are reflecting enough, marirealize natin what are the things that we are doing to our body or our mind or our heart that is, well, I would say unkind to us, Ikaw, Karen, would you be able to tell me if you're being kind to your body at all times, or minsan hindi rin?
Minsan hindi. At saka hindi pa ako nag-exercise in the last 2 weeks kasi nga focus sa one daily. Sabi ko, Shigs, kailangan ko yung technique, Krish, to remind me to do self-care. Like, be nice to my body also.
Oo, kasi 'di ba, when we are taking care of our body, it's kind of like we're communicating in our own way that, hey God, I am not taking for granted this body that you have given to me, this life that you have given to me. By taking care of your body, your skin, your muscles, whatever, 'di ba? You're glorifying it. And every time that you are doing something for the glory of your creator, then you feel like life is more fulfilling. It has more meaning. It's more purposeful. Kasi everything that you do comes with mindfulness. Do you agree with that, guys? Yeah. So the last card that I also picked for us tonight, it's the Hope card. Ayan, you guys can see it. It's the Hope card. So minsan, kaya tayo na feel natin na hopeless tayo kasi nga, we're only looking at the negative side of life or the seemingly negative experiences that we're having as of the moment. Pero kasi, minsan, yung mga challenges na na-experience natin sa buhay natin, it's just a part of the bigger picture. Like, for example, in my case, I had to experience bullying since I was like, what? Since I was like in preschool until when I was in college, like people were bullying me for whatever reasons that they may have. And what I've learned from that experience was I needed to gain that experience so that I can be the strong version that I am today. And ngayon, kahit may basher, may bully dyan, I don't care. They curse me. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. It just goes back to them automatically. That's how I became strong, because of those seemingly negative or ugly experience. And sometimes, your soul kind of like agreed to that experience na, para maging matibay tayo, kailangan natin ma-experience to. Because if I wasn't able to experience that at the time, I don't think that I would be as tough as who I am right now. And when people are seeing my posts, especially during the eclipse, like I was posting truth bombs and all that, people are like, Krish, why are you so brave? Aren't you afraid of what people will say? And I'm like, I don't care. Because I'm telling the truth. And this tough love is something that I share out of authenticity and out of care as well, because I know that it will wake people up. So in a sense, the archetypes that we have as human beings, like for example, ang archetype ko daw according to my mentor was the warrior teacher archetype. So I am this way for a reason, and I can fulfill my purpose if I am in this archetype for a reason. Nobody else can do it like I do because this is my purpose. And the same thing goes for you all as well. Like you have your own archetype, you have your own purpose, and you are in that body, you have that face, you have that skin type, that hair type, you have that lifestyle, you have those parents for a reason. Like there is no accident in this universe. So every time that you feel so disappointed, so hopeless na kailan ba matatapos yung paghihirap na to, you need to remember that there is hope, that things will make sense for you in the future. And maybe, I mean, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole because we only have a limited amount of time. But sometimes we also have some karmic debts that we need to pay to rebalance the contracts that we signed up for. But I will talk about that next time if you join my Akashic Records of Alchemy class. But now for today, dun muna tayo sa light once again, that there is hope. Every time you feel like stuck in that cycle of negativity, lagi mong tatandaan na this is not permanent. Nothing in life is permanent. Not the happiness, not the sadness, not the fear, not the shame, not whatever. And dun mo marirealize to value each experience as you go through it. Pag naalala mo na this happiness, kung nga rin, nagbabakasyon ka sa Boracay, you see the sunset, it's very nice. And you remember this moment is not permanent. It's stuck in my mind, but it's not permanent. You will value it even more, that moment when you were there. So by being present, you become more aware and you become more connected to life. And when you're experiencing the sadness, you don't have to escape the sadness, but you just really have to feel it. Like, damhin mo yan. Nahihiya ka, nagagalit ka, na lulungkot ka, gusto mong iyak, damhin mo siya. Like, just really feel it. Kasi hindi naman siya permanent. Matatapos din yan. And sometimes you will get the lesson, well, the most out of that experience when you really immerse in it. And some of the things that we usually are guilty of is trying to escape the bad feelings. Kasi, it's not love and light. Oh, it doesn't feel good. I don't want to feel it. I want to escape it. So, nagkakaroon ng spiritual bypassing. Parang, ayoko na lang ma-feel. Gusto ko ng shortcut. But eventually, it's gonna bite you in the ass. Kasi if you haven't learned the lessons, it's still just gonna return to you in a different way or form. You're gonna be experiencing that with different people. So, kailangan natin tandaan that there is hope. And when we immerse in the experience, in that feeling, in that very emotion, no matter how uncomfortable it might be, it will be over soon. All right? So, in summary of all these cards that I picked up, once again, have faith, have a strong connection with the divine, and have that respect for yourself and that there is hope. So, the point of this is because minsan, kaya tayo nasa stuck kasi we don't know who we wanted to be or what we really wanted to do. We're just so lost. Like, some people, well, some of my clients are like, Krish, I don't know who I am or what I should be. And what I can usually tell my client was, kailangan alam mo what kind of a person would you like to be. Remember that you don't just have to trust the destiny, trust the osmosis, or trust God to do it for you. Sometimes you have to do it yourself because that's the point or why you're here right now. You're not just meant to exist. You're meant to make your existence purposeful with mindfulness. So you have to create your own life. You have to create yourself, even if that means you have to recreate who you are and rewrite your story. So if you feel like you're a loser, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm too skinny or whatever, my skin is bad, if your programming is like that, how kind of a loser that you are, know that you can rewrite that script. Pwede mo siyang baguhin. But you have to know what kind of a person would I like to be. So halimbawa lang, having that archetype of that person who really feels like a loser because they had bad skin or the unideal body type, they have to know what kind of a skin would I like to have. There is no judgment. Gusto mo maging morena, gusto mo maging maputi, who cares? That's your choice. And so many people will say bullshit. There, I said that. Na, oh, dapat ano, you accept your skin color, da. But what is really the truth, you know? Gusto mo maging maputi, go. Gusto mo magpaitim, go. That's your choice. And just remember, you have that power to make your own choice. You know? So, by knowing what would I like to look like, what would I like my hobbies to be like? Kasi if you're saying that I want to be a CEO of a certain enterprise, you also have to compare your current situation, the current you, and see, oh, the version of me who's the CEO of this enterprise has these looks, wears this type of things, ganito yung lifestyle, ganito yung habits, ganito yung structure niya sa life niya, ganito yung mindset niya. Titingnan mo, ganun ba ako today? Kasi if the answer is no, that means you're never gonna get there unless you change something today that will become that very thing that you wanted. Kasi you cannot say that, oh, let's say you're not really taking care of your body, you're losing muscles, you're eating junk food, and you're saying, I want to be a beauty queen. Like, girl, I'm gonna give you tough love. You're not gonna be a beauty queen if you're eating junk all the time. That's the truth. No? So you have to make those changes. Ano bang lifestyle meron ng beauty queen? Again, you can learn from their story for sure. You can watch their, interviews and whatsoever. And you have to ask yourself, am I willing to do the activities that they are doing right now? Am I willing to wake up at 4 a.m. and jog for an hour? Just for an example. And if you're saying, no, I'm not willing to sacrifice my comfort for that, then that means you're accepting that you're not going to get it. So sometimes we have to challenge ourselves to get to where we are. That is the goddess consciousness. So, are there any questions? Anything that you want to share?
Ako, I just wanna tell you that the teachers aren't talking, pero we're saying the same things. Kaya
Yeah.
it's Rosh Hashanah, yesterday, in the Kabbalah calendar, which is like New Year, it's Diwali in the Hindu tradition, and Daniel has been saying, rewrite your story. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's new moon pa. So, and in my other meditation the other day, Celine naman was doing all light meditation and then welcoming in the light and sharing the light. As I was focusing on like changing your story. Like, ang galing! Na-connected tayo kahit na hindi natin pinag-uusapan yung klase natin.
Oo nga, kasi I haven't watched the other classes yet. I haven't watched it yet, guys. Hahabulin ko yan.
Okay lang. Pero in theme. Ang
Yeah, kasi
galing.
guys, it's the eclipse season. It happened just last night. So, ang dami talagang major changes and transformation happening for the collective. And for most of us, the most obvious thing would be our lifestyle, our habits, our decluttering of the home, or the body transformation.